With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills.
You better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama. I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promise that I would've never got involved if I knew I would get so attached. Promise that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence. This time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
Already here, they'll audible to something else. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Allen. Got a man and it hits him in stride. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Up the middle, it's Cook. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Allen going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Allen now looks to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Off the play fake, Shuck. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 56 yards. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line.
On play action, Shuck.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
And Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
Second down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here's Shuck.
Finding time.
That's taken in left side by Vele.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Throwing, Shuck. That is caught by Vele. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They go play action here with Shuck.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run it again with Cook.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here is 3rd and 5. Now Allen. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken.
Handsome Lagosian, name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto Vanessa, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, You a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and it all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. And off we go from Ford Field. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff going to open up with a throw. Oh, and they come after him right away, and Deputy goes on the first play of the game. Michael Williams in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
Somebody got to do it. I mean, somebody got to do it. I take it, you.
Laporta in motion. A second down throw for Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 90 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
The Lions will set up.
Here's Goff. It's going to be caught. Some of the aggressiveness pays off right away, and just like that, the lead is 8-0.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
46-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
From the 46, here's second and 3. Again, it's McCaffrey. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and
Ball
6.
on the 40 now. Here's second and 6. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stumble on 4th down.
You ain't never been in Skate Town. On a national, you know it go down.
Kilo Ali flow. Look, from the east side on a Friday night, met a bunch of to the Golden Glide. The lows and highs, me and all the bros in a stolen ride like, man, they outside, so I'm staying inside. Shout to you and I vibe, take a few, like Tupac. I seen a bunch of mean guys in a band and a tie, throwing up the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize, I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably be the reason you die trying to feel it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New England Patriots. Kicker Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway in Foxborough. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Play action, May. And that's going to be incomplete.
We're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, it's May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Patriots go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. Gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Dart. They'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Throwing, Dart. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Giants first down.
Here's Dart. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now throwing again. Here's Dart. Catch made by Slayton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, as good as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throwing partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Dart. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air once more is Dart. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Chance are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination.
2nd and 10. Throwing his Dart. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial, make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
Here's Dart once more. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Dart going to look to throw here. Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. As they've got it as we resume action.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To the air, May. Completes it to Douglas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, May with it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Douglas, the man in motion. They'll throw with May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
2. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and a couple. Throwing here is May. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. May. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants will have...
I've been gone for a little too long. I've been waiting on a drummer to kick off a comeback song. I've been waiting in the wings like a dog on a chain. I can feel this fire building up a little while, and when chicken wire, sure enough, it's live, and try to stop it, but I can't. It's calling my name. 'Cause I'm back in the saddle like some old cowboy who dug his way out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions.
Brendan McManus kicking off for Green Bay.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10
real quick.
at their own
Maybe you on that rap to
26-yard
pay the
line.
bills. And now I'm feeling not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm a rookie.
What? 180. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. He gets free. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
I just can't wrap my head around that decision, Mike. I mean, think about it this way. If you want to go for two, by bringing your extra point unit on, you have to snap the ball from the 15. If you keep your offense on the field to go for two, you get to snap the ball from the 2-yard line.
Oh, that is a duck on the kickoff. Not only doesn't it reach the landing zone, that's going to be spotted beyond the 40-yard line.
Green Jack, Jack. Red sticky, green. Jack,
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points and runs. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and They were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Let's go. Black check 45. White.
Love to throw it on first down. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 33 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard
So the
line.
big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
Down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7. Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal.
Ready.
Jacobs. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Goff. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. It's an incompletion.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Listen.
Throwing on second down, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
It's 3rd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. Let's go for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Williams in motion. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. A one-point affair, 7-6 is the score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Set to go now on first and 10. He'll go play action with Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A toss to the right. Here comes Gibbs. And a nice job there, sidestepping defender.